Hello, I'm Greg Summers, President Owner of Tomorrow's Resources Unlimited. That's True Ball Release and AXCEL Sight Archery products.
And I'm Tristan Mason. I'm the design engineer for AXCEL Sights and Scopes.
Now I want to introduce you now to the new Achieve XP, the extra performance sight that has been designed for the top archers in the world. And I want to explain to you why it's better than the other products that are out there. Now, what we did, Tristan, is we started with a design perspective as to why a design is created and where it begins and why it makes it better. So we always look for a sight manufacturer is before the shot, then the vibration in the shot that the bow creates, the shot process makes. We've got to design as a sight designer the pin that doesn't move. It's always in the same position after all that vibration happens. That pin never moved on that sight. So when you look at what we've done here, first I'd like to start with the bow mount. Tristan, how is that bow mount designed and what is the purpose of what makes it stronger?
So I took one of the designs here that we use for manufacturing. We actually use this design for work holding when we're machining all our parts. It's a wedge lock design to where you have a wedge coming down and then it spreads the material apart to clamp. This makes it extremely strong and we use it for all of our manufacturing here. So I tried to incorporate that design into the bow mount here. So if you can see, these bow mounts have a detent that clicks back and forth now so you can feel those. But also the wedge is built in here so there's full contact on the bar here. Instead of most of the traditional designs just have a single point contact on the bow mount. Where this is, you have a wide wedge here that wedges down and holds this bar. I mean, it is solid. So that is, we spent a lot of time on that. That's probably one of my most favorite things about the sight is this new bow mount. It is rock solid and it is also sold for, separately. If you want to just buy this for your older designs, it works for all of our rods, our rails that we have out there so far.
So we found in testing that this mount is 2 times stronger than anything in the marketplace today. And that ensures the feature to us that when you bolt that onto the side of a bow, that pin is always going to be in location because this mount, through all the vibration vertically, sideways, in and out, it's always going to be in the same place. That's what we have to guarantee to you as a sight manufacturer. You have to hold it on target. We have to make sure the design is not making any difference shot after shot after shot. The other feature that we did is a new bar. Tristan, explain to them what is this bar makeup.
So our regular bars are made up of standard modulus carbon, which is pretty good. It's pretty stiff. But I wanted to make something that was a little bit more rigid on the sight so there wouldn't be as much movement as you're shooting. So I changed the layup of the carbon. So there's actually ultra high modulus carbon layers built into this rod. So now it is 2 times stronger than our current Achieve carbon bar.
So our prior Achieve sight has the windows. This material, we went for strength. The other material, even with those windows, is 800 pounds before it will break, before that pin will change its location. 800 pounds of force pressure can go on that, and carbon is good for that. Aluminum, no, you can bend it. This material will not bend, it'll flex, and it only will change position if it cracks, if one of the layers or one of the filaments cracks. And it will take 800 pounds. This is ultra high modulus, so it's stronger yet. So now let's go to a next step so that we can see what else has been done. And I think I will go to the larger knobs and the rail, the thickness of the rail. And I also want to feature here a little praise for Tristan in his aesthetic design. I like the jeweled shape cutout. It has different facets in it, and it makes it just look a little better. So
when I redesigned the rail here, I changed the shape of the gibs that this rides on up and down. So in doing that, it made this rail a little thinner than our Achieve right now, about 150 thousandths thinner. So it kind of changes the look there, and I did change the shape of the windows. I wanted to make it look different than the Achieve so you could see it from a distance. So that's where I did these angle cuts. But then also I wanted to make the knobs a little bit bigger and change the grip on them to make it easier to turn. So we did that on both the top and the bottom knob. The grip is different, and these are both a little bit bigger. And that makes it really nice for turning, you know, especially in wet conditions and everything.
So with that, Tristan added a lock feature different than the Achieve. And what is that, Tristan?
Yeah, so we wanted to make a lock feature on our windage and our elevation. We've had a lot of people asking about wanting that on their site. So I wanted to do something simple that was quick and easy. So on these knobs, there's actually teeth in the bottom of the knob, and you see there's a lock here that you can lift up and down, and all that does is keep you from turning your knob. So if you want to lock it, you just do like that, and the knob won't move. And there's one on the windage as well right here. So the same thing. It just locks, unlocks. Really simple.
So let's move to the next step, and that's the amount of windage travel. Tristan, share with them what you did, and they stiffen it up to make it stronger and even longer wearing with gibs.
Right, so I added a little bit of travel in the windage, so I wanted to add it on this side of the sight. So I added 1/8 of an inch more travel that way, so you've got a little bit more room to play with on your windage. Also, I wanted to make the windage a little stronger than our old design, so what I did was I changed the size of the screw, the lead screw in there, to a 1032 instead of a 632, and that allowed this to be a lot stronger. The knob locks on that screw a lot better. One other thing that I did for the windage is I added gibs on both sides. So now there is your wedge gib over here for your tension, and then there's another gib on the other side. This makes it a lot more rigid and a lot more smooth, especially with heavier scopes and everything in the market.
Great, a lot of great improvements. Now let's get to the meat of the design in the aspect of how it adjusts and has tension. I started speaking about wanting to make sure that pin stays in location after the vibration of the bow shot, so your next shot is still on target, and we said the mount is that much stronger. We also have in the front here what we call inline tension. The knobs, we know, have no backlash. You can go one click, that's half of your hair thickness, 0.00156 thousandths, 0.04 millimeters is one click. At 20 yards or 18 meters, that amounts to a 32nd of an inch movement on the target point of impact. So when you're looking at 20 yards, if you're thinking of Olympic archery and you use the recurve sight, you're looking at 77 yards, which is in fact 70 meters. That point of impact of 1 millimeter at 18 meters turns to approximately 4 millimeters at 70 meters, which is nearly an eighth of an inch. When you look at that 1/8 of an inch, if our product has any slop in it and you are a line cutter and you just miss that line, we want to make sure it's not this product that caused that problem. Right. So we have no backlash. You can go one click in one direction, one click in the other direction. There is no slop in the system in either the windage or the elevation. So the other thing we did is we designed, before we started the product, the direction of toward the target with the tension, so that you don't end up with a tension, a screw on the side, two screws on the side, get it out of balance this way, or a screw on the side where it's pushing over and now all your tension is maintained this way. So after the vibration, where does it end up? Over here a little, or right in the middle. So we designed straight inline tension forward and backward with one screw adjustment. So Tristan, show them on that site what we're talking about and see how that new design system operates.
Yeah, the tension he's talking about is the elevation tension. So it's how tight this is on your rail right here. So our system right here is just a one screw adjustment. So you loosen the screw right here and you can move your tension plate, and all it does is tighten this or loosen it one way or another. A lot of traditional designs or other designs have a screw this direction or this direction, and what that does is it moves your pin off target as you're making your tension adjustment, where this design right here is just one screw and it moves the sight forward and backwards as you adjust your elevation tension.
And everything has to have some slop to move. Right. So we like to be a little more firm in that feel when you're going up and down your scale. We like to see it a little firm because then we know we're really more solid in the direction. But again, after the shot, the vibration, the tension in the system is front to back, not sideways. Right. That keeps you on target. That's why it's more effective in accuracy for the top archers in the world. Now, I'd like to go, Tristan, to the compound model and the new metal sight tapes.
Yeah, so you can see right here on the archer side of the sight, we added metal sight tapes to the compound. Where you will get 8 of these in the package, which they're double-sided. There's sight tapes, there's scales on both sides. You'll have 8 of them, so it's 16 total, and we tried to pick the biggest range for that most archers will use. So when you're setting your sight tape, this will come with a white piece of tape over it for you to sight in, shoot your 20, 30, 40, 60, and then you can match up your metal sight tape with what you need. Like I said, we've included a wide range, but in case yours doesn't match up, we do sell all of our 40 sight tapes individually with these you can buy separately.
So if you, for instance, happen to say number 8 is one that you match up on your paper sight tapes that come in your package, and you don't have a number 8 in your sight that's one of the 8 metal tapes that have 16 choices, you don't have that number in there, you'll have to purchase from us separately or from your reseller separately from your dealer.
But also we're still including all 40 sight tapes in paper as well, if you don't want to buy one.
So that's how you would line up. Now for the recurve model, we've got a new design that we call a sleeve lock to be able to hold your sight pin. Can you share with them that?
So the traditional way, this is what we have right now currently in our Achieve, is that we call it a pin block. So you thread your threaded rod through there and you have a nut that tightens down and holds it down. So we were trying to come up with something that was a little bit better holding and a little bit easier to adjust. So what we came up with was this sleeve lock, like you said. So this is removable just like that one. But you just thread your threaded rod through there and it's just one screw tightens this down. So it's a lot easier to adjust this straight and to move it around just with that one screw design, and it's a lot stronger than our traditional way. So that's new on the recurve.
So the new sleeve lock gives you a tighter hold on your pin without having to put as much tightness into the power. The hex wrench just isn't as strong. But we also have a brand new to recurve archery on a sight, and we call it the adjustable pin block. So you now have no need for a recurve archer who uses a scope that's longer. You don't want to see the sight wall. You don't want to see one side or the other. You want it lined up with your eye. We now have given a new product approved by World Archery, by FIDA, so that it is something that is available, and now for the first time to recurve archery, it's available. No longer do you need to shim between your sight and your bow. You don't need to do that anymore. Now you can just adjust, and Tristan can show you that even with a wrench as to how that adjusts.
Right, so this is the sight pin alignment block, like you said, and this is sold separately, so if you get this, you just take this one off and put that on there, screw your rod back in there, and it tightens the same way this one does. Just one screw tension. That's really easy. But yeah, if you want to move your axis here to align your scope, you just loosen these bottom 2 screws, and this thing, you can move it and adjust it to get the tunnel straight on your scope. So that's brand new recurve. No one's got that out yet.
So that item is sold separately. We don't include that in the package. It's included in the package as this design. Right. And that kind of shows you what we've done for recurve or for compound. We sell a 9-inch bar, which is longer, and this 6-inch bar. For recurve, we sell it only in the 9-inch, and you have 8 different choices of colors to be able to choose. The Achieve XP compound in 6-inch is 8.3 ounces. In 9-inch, it's 8.9 ounces, so that's approximately 0.8 to 0.9 ounces heavier than the Achieve, under 1 ounce heavier to have the best sight design for the top archers in the world. In the recurve model, the Achieve XP recurve is 8.2 ounces. So that one is, again, just a little heavier than the Achieve standard that's been shot in the Olympics, winning gold, silver, and bronze. So we just are really proud, very happy with this new product, and we know that this will be the best product that you can buy in the archery marketplace. That should do. Hope you enjoy shooting. Hope you get your best scores, and we can guarantee it. Thank you. Have a great day.